Welcome to the Slanted Yeti with your hosts, Yeticast and Latino Slant. Featuring Comix Division and 32 Flavors of Nickweiser. Hey, welcome to the Slanted Yeti, the best stream for bad movies on the internet. Today, I am flying solo. My co-host won't be able to make it, so it's just me on the first stream on my channel. So, before I bring in all my guests, I just want to let everyone know I am trying to raise some money through a GoFundMe for my computer because it is about to blow up and I have no way of replacing it right now. If that happens, I can't speak to all you beautiful people or get any videos out. So if you feel like it and you want to throw a couple dollars, I would be immensely appreciative. And yeah, so with that, let's bring in our first guest, Culture Casino.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I'm very excited to be here. These are the movies to lose friends by, so we'll all be entertained. I think we have a great panel. Unfortunately, I have to leave early, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're glad to have you for at least one of the movies. And I'm slightly surprised that you've come back after we made you endure like Legion.
Punishment, sadistic. I don't know. You pick it.
Yeah. Okay. And next we have Comix Division.
How's it going, everybody?
Oh, it is so great to have you.
Oh,
and also miserable at the same time because you chose one of the worst movies I've seen in a long time.
I did.
Oh, God, I can't wait to get into this one.
Oh man, this is gonna be so fun to talk about because it is legit probably like one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But it's so terrible, it's so good. Like I said, it's literal perfection.
Yeah, that is what this show is for. And our final guest on the panel is 32 Flavors of Nickweiser.
Holy shit, he's in the light too.
I'm in the light. I've come out from the darkness for a very short period of time. So yeah, right. That's what I look like when there's all that light. So what's up, chat? Latino Slant originally approached me about this, and I'm like, these movies absolutely sound ridiculous. And I caught The Doorman this morning, and I don't know what I did to reduce my life to an hour and 40 minutes of watching that, but here I am.
It was. How did you guys do with the other movies? Did you hate us after inviting you on the show?
If anything, it made me respect you even more, to be very fair, Yeti. It made me respect him. Like, man, what man has the tolerance, the decency, the audacity to watch these things and then make a podcast on them? What?
to go out and bring these like great YouTubers and like, okay, come on the stream, but in order to get here you have to watch the worst things imaginable. And that's my introduction to these.
Well, the best
people.
part is, I actually saw Street Fighter in the theater.
Oh,
Yeah, me too.
No, why?
I did.
I might have because it came out around the same time as Mortal Kombat, I believe.
Saw that in the theater too.
Yeah, I saw that one and Annihilation in the theater.
Oh, that movie is terrible.
Oh my God, it was so brutal. I was in pain watching that stuff.
Wow.
Yeah. let's just jump right into our first movie, and I was gonna let Comix Division start this one off. Why don't you explain Tooken, since you were the one that?
All right. Well, Tooken is exactly what it sounds like. It is a spoof of Taken, and it's so great because the guy that plays the lead character, he captures that kind of like mix of I have this Irish accent, but I'm trying to be somebody else.
Yeah.
And so it kind of really makes one of those like action movie tropes with like the old man action films. And there's a lot of really good tropes that this movie makes fun of, which is the reason why I think it's really funny. I mean, it is like completely a terrible movie, but there's like so many things in it that is just like completely absurd that just makes you laugh. And it's like throughout the entire movie, he's constantly doing that Liam Neeson speech from Taken.
Constantly.
Constantly.
It never stops.
It's so funny. And then you have Margaret Cho playing a dude named Brownfinger, which is supposed to be obviously a play on Goldfinger. And it plays in perfectly with the plot. And then there's that part where she holds her finger up and it's brown. And the whole joke is that she's talking about how since there's the villain, you have to have a terrible like villain plot or story, the reason why they're a villain. So when her character was a kid, her parents took her dog away and gave it to some like yuppie family. So she's like angry about that. So she's like, sticking explosives in dogs, these tiny dogs, with her finger. So it's obviously a poop joke, right? Because her finger is brown, and she's like, it's a birthmark. And it's like I said, it's so terrible. It's literal perfection because of how funny it is.
We have very, very different definitions of perfection.
Not like perfection, like, oh my God, this is the best movie ever. Perfection on how terrible it is. I mean, it is the best, worst movie you could ever watch because of how stupid it is.
Oh my God. I don't even. Oh, I started to question my inviting you on after seeing this. There was a couple points where I'm like, why? Okay, no. We'll start with the beginning of the movie, and like their whole reason behind getting divorced is because the guy takes everything way too serious.
Yeah. Well, it's like, again, like any like cop movie, it's like there's always a problem with the wife. I almost said there's a problem with the wife, but there's a problem that caused them to separate, either because it's the job or because
like Die Hard.
Yeah, Die Hard's a good example. Die Hard. Oh God, what is it? Fuck. I'm trying to remember the name of those movies. The one, it's like I'm totally blanking, but it's like there's a lot of movies that are like that. The husband and wife are separated because of the job or because of something that happened. And it's all these like movie tropes that they're kind of poking fun at, and it does actually a really good job of making fun of those tropes. And
it just.
But it does it in such terrible ways. And like I said, that's the beauty of this movie. And like I said, it is complete trash. But at the same time, if you look at it, they know the movie tropes they're making fun of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it started like, why do you have to be so serious about everything? And he's just he's just trying to have a normal conversation about about dinner. He gets all dark, like, we have to get the Parmesan, like that type of thing.
I think Robert Anderson brought up an interesting comment, Yeti, you might want to highlight. Mr. Mom.
Okay. Mr. Mom, let me take a look.
Yeah. Go ahead and emphasize on that comment. Find it and kill it.
Yeah.
Yes, that's exactly it.
I guess a little bit of that movie just bled into me more than it should have. Damn it.
Oh man, but I don't know the fact that
jeez. I was looking for someone named Mr. Mom.
You're looking for.
Yes, I was looking for that. You told me Mr. Mom. I'm like, okay, let me look through the chat for that. Oh my God. Hey, keep in mind, my first time hosting a real stream, so I am not used to this multitasking.
You'll get there someday between now and 2022. Don't worry.
Yeah, yeah. I'll pick it up. I'm going to pick it up as we go. But, okay, so I don't... This is the first thing that comes to my mind, and the moment I question the new friendship with you guys is when they start doing a sword fight with the guy's dick.
Yeah, at the very end. Okay, so there's a big joke at the very beginning of the film where they've taken the two of the best pills for erectile dysfunction, which is Cialis and Viagra, and they created Vialis. And so apparently at the beginning of the movie, he's having issues. So he signs up for the trial for Vialis. And after, let me back out. So he decides to get a dog for his daughter's birthday. And so he goes and goes to this pet store, buys the dog, and has the window down, and it jumps out and gets killed. And when he bought the first dog, he was given a card. It's like your third dog is free. So he goes back.
Yes. Oh,
buys another dog, and the dog's like looking at the window. He's like, not this time. He rolls out the window. The dog this time jumps out the sunroof. And then he goes back. He's like, I'll be needing that third one, and he gets the third dog. And that's when he takes the Vialis. And finally, after like 45 minutes, and apparently watching National Geographic, he finally gets an erection. And there's like this funny scene where he's completely naked except for a towel, and he like flashes the dog explodes. it's that like level of stupid humor that is just freaking hilarious.
Explosion sets his apartment on fire.
Yes. Exactly. Then like the fireman runs out, he's buck-ass naked, he throws him over his shoulder, runs out, he steps him down. Of course there's like a news crew, and he's naked, and his wife is watching it, and oh god, it's freaking funny.
Oh, man.
I just thought about this movie at times. It kind of reminds me of an American-made version of Kung Pao, because Kung Pao is so retardedly stupid that it was hilarious. And this movie is kind of along those lines where it's like ridiculous. Yeah. It's stupid, but it's funny with how ridiculous it is.
And another movie is kind of spoofing too is Lethal Weapon. That was the one I was trying to remember.
Oh yeah, I don't know anything of that. Yeah.
It was just wickedly funny at certain points, and mostly stupid the entire way. So
mostly it was mostly stupid people. Just
well, there's that part at the end where they're fighting, and he finally gets a hold of his daughter, and she's like, bring me the red bag. And she opens this bag, and it's like full of guns and everything, and she flips it over, and there's the red bag, and he's like, she finds it and gives it to him. He's like, I shit myself earlier. I need to change my underwear. But the whole thing is, anyway, leading up to the little cockfight at the end, is that he takes the entire bottle of Vialis and gets this huge erection where he basically battles Margaret Cho with she has a sword, and he's using his dick. It's fucking funny. It's so dumb.
Yeah, because he's got no more weapons. And I know I jumped straight to that point, but it's the one that like it keeps nagging at the back of my head that you actually watched this. So I kind of missed the whole setup, but like that's all I can think about. that scene actually happened, and I was forced to watch it.
I was telling my wife, it's like, I made them watch Tooken. She's like, I can't believe you did that. I was like, movies. This is probably one of the worst movies out there. And
we did ask for it.
Yeah, you did ask for it. Reno Williams is also in it. He plays this guy named Moneymaker, and he's basically sleeping with the ex-wife. And there's this really funny scene at the end where he's trying to help them, and the daughter, he tells the daughter to throw a grenade out the window, and so it lands at his feet, and he ends up like losing a thumb. Yes. And then things keep happening where he keeps losing more and more of his arm. Like he gets shot with a shotgun, blowing off his forearm. Then a dog tears off the rest of his arm.
And it's like he goes like a blood spray all over the wall.
Like blood spraying everywhere. It's like so terrible. But I mean, he is hilarious. And he's like this millionaire. He's like this porn star. And I just like I love the movies that he's been in that they're kind of spoofing, like what was it, the Dong of Wall Street, 8 Mile,
and he's literally named
Dong.
Moneymaker. Like that wasn't exaggerate. That's his name.
Yeah.
Didn't he have it tattooed? I think he had it tattooed on his stomach. I know he was like a hardcore vegan.
He was a hardcore
I remember, he is a
vegan,
hardcore vegan.
It's like tofu life. He keeps going kale. Yeah. I mean, he has like forced carrot with a carrot. I mean, it is really, really funny.
Oh, and painful. They were spoofing one of Liam Neeson's at the very opening scene, that the one where he's on the airplane and he starts getting text messages.
Yeah.
But this time's like, I will take something away from you. And, of course, he's trying to have a couple drinks, so they steal all the bottles of liquor so he can't have any more. Yep. And then he's like, well, do you believe me now? And he's getting sick, so they grab
all the barf bags,
steal all the bags, all the puke bags.
and then finally they steal the flight attendant's skirt.
Yeah, they take the flight attendant's skirt. He just grabs his camera, puts it up, and he's like, thank you, takes a picture of her.
Yeah, and that turned out to be the dream, and he's like former CIA, now will run a cop, and his mom is also CIA. I mean, it's just
little Paul. Yeah, there are so many things in the film. It is atrociously awful bad. I mean, but it's funny, and because it's that bad, I don't know. I can't decide. I'm very angry about it though.
Oh, okay. Yes, you were telling us earlier how angry you were about the show, about this movie.
I got 15 minutes in and I'm like, I am so freaking pissed off. God dang, I was like, so.
Hey, you asked for it, guys. You asked for it. That's what I'm saying.
I finished it, and I was thinking there is nothing that could make the Legion look like gold, and this film may have done it. This was it, man. And the brown finger thing just made me die. And of course, this gang, this criminal organization run by the bad guy, Margaret Cho, right?
Margaret Cho.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name at all. She was this. Oh.
Brown finger. But anyway, she runs the business, the Puppy Emporium, where he was getting the exploding dogs from.
That's right.
Yeah, it is such a it was so just ridiculous. And she actually says in the course of the explaining, now I'm going to tell you my evil plan.
Yes.
Now I'm going to tell you my backstory, and I'm going to give you an opportunity to escape.
Yeah.
She offered everybody a tab. I lost my mind. I'm like, can I have a tab? Yeah, I'd like a tab.
Oh. I don't know if I zoned out or my brain was trying to protect myself, but I can't even remember why she started to try to take everyone down. Like I blanked that all out.
Well, she started wanting to take him down because he found the Albanians with the explosives. And the explosives were being taken to the Puppy Emporium.
Yeah. Oh, man.
That's right. Yeah.
What's funny is when he has his daughter throw that grenade out the window that Comix was talking about a minute ago, it's so that he can figure out where kind of location where they in relationship to her, right? But of course, Moneymaker's standing down there, and like the grenade hits his feet, and he looks at the camera, and he's standing next to a Diablo, right? And the Diablo, not a scratch on it, thing's in perfect shape. He's missing it. So awesome.
Well, the other thing too, which is like just like the movie trope, is the whole thing with the horny teenagers, and usually it's the guy, but this time it's the daughter.
Yeah.
And this poor kid that she's trying to hook up with it the entire time. He's like, I know about this, and then right when they start making out or whatnot, her dad shows up, and he gets thrown out a window or something, and ultimately he ends up with this body cast. And the part that's great at the end, when her dad finally calls him, she has like this giant drill with this drill bit trying to like open up the body cast to get to his junk, which is so funny.
Just so he can pee.
Was
that ever resolved? I can't remember if that was ever resolved. Did he stay in that cast? He got run over. He
got run over, and at the end he gets thrown out of the plane because he finally.
I remember now.
They're going to the Bahamas or something. I don't remember where they're going to, but
somewhere.
Yeah,
And
he
Moneymaker-
opens the bathroom door, and he's like, he's just plowing her. And he's like, "Oh, hey, Mr. So and So," and then you see him get thrown out the plane.
That's so great.
And to answer Keely Chow's comment, we're talking about Tooken right now. So like this is the glory of this thing is Moneymaker is hitting on every single girl in the film. So the wife and then the daughter, and then at the very end he starts hitting on the grandma.
Brian Millers, that's his name. Yeah, he starts hitting on Brian's mom, which is the other thing too. She's like former CIA or something like that, and she's like constantly playing like some first-person shooter online. And there's like this Indian kid that keeps calling her saggy tits. Yes. At the very end, she just steps out. And she's like, he's like, "You know who I am?" He's like, "Saggy tits," and she's like, "Are these saggy tits?" He throws up her shirt. And there's like this close up with these, boobs that are saggy. I mean, it's crap like that. I mean, it's total trash humor, but it's funny as hell.
No, funny.
Yeah, and at the very end, he's like dating her because he's on the plane with them all right as the daughter is getting railed in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Do you guys have any final thoughts on this travesty that we endured?
I will never forget this movie. I mean,
It's gonna.
I will just. This is one of those memories of my life that I just like. I'm like, this is what I got up a few hours early for, and I live with it, and I die by my choice. So,
well, here's the thing, man. It's like that videotape in The Ring, right? You got to share it with other people.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Here you go. Enjoy.
Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh no! Wait. Yeah, we had to endure all of this. We absolutely endured it.
We
And
persevered.
we persevered. And before I forget, smash that like button because I keep forgetting I need to say these things. So please smash that like button and follow all the kind people that are helping us stream here today. But I did expect more of an angry rant from Culture because it sounded like he was about to go off on comics backstage.
Here's the thing. I would have, but the more I come to grips with the fact that I spent, an hour and a half of my life watching this, it could have been far worse. I could have watched the Legion again.
It could have been Jiggly. Like that is a really terrible movie. Ben Affleck and J-Lo at their finest. You remember that 2002 Culture?
Oh, yeah.
I do.
Yeah. Oh, that was
J-Lo,
wretched.
that's right. That movie I heard was terrible.
Okay, well, I guess I gotta write that one down.
Oh,
because
bring me back on for that one, Yeti.
It's not on our list.
Now you have it. On the
There's
list.
movies that are unintentionally like funny and terrible. Where this movie it's trying to lampoon other movies. It's lampooning action films. They know it's bad.
Oh yeah,
And it's
they're aware.
intentionally bad. But the ones I think that are worse, the ones that are unintentionally bad.
Which is what I'd say about the Doorman.
Okay, well, that is a good segue into the Doorman. Okay, what did you guys think of this one? And well, I guess I could kind of set this one out.
Sadly, I didn't get a chance to watch it, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, you didn't get a chance to watch?
No,
Okay.
I didn't.
Well, with this one, I didn't even think the plot isn't that bad. Like the idea behind it. You have Ruby Rose who's starring in this one, and she's in the military, and she's kind of the special odd. Like she's really well trained, and she's supposed to be on a protection duty. But at the beginning, that goes wrong. She's the only one who survives. A whole family died, and she just feels guilty. So she ends up returning back to New York, and she's got PTSD, needs to go out and get a new job. So someone helps her out. She becomes basically a doorman, and starts meeting people in there. But as we find out throughout the movie, one of the people was hiding some art, like art that was stolen during World War II.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was all hidden, but it wasn't hidden in the right apartment, or it was hidden in a different apartment because everyone had to leave. There were supposed to be renovations. No one was supposed to stay behind. So the plan was supposed to go in without anybody finding out. And one of the workers there is kind of organizing it with, what was the guy? John Renault. But
The older guy?
Yeah.
The older guy. The crime boss guy. Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a couple people that got exceptions to having to leave while renovations occur. And that was an old couple that was, the guy had a stroke, and there was her family that end up, like, she has a brother that was living on the 10th floor. Well, it turns out on the 10th floor was his old apartment because they moved to a different spot. And so when they come in to take the heist, they end up killing the old couple after they find out the art isn't in that apartment. Mm-hmm. And this starts off, a giant chain of events where Ruby Rose is trying to protect her whole family from the bad guys. Does that sum it up pretty good, Nickweiser?
I'd say yeah. I'm going to verify and confirm that on your behalf, Yeti. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, and it goes to havoc and hell simultaneously from there. Like, you see, like, one of the most tedious things of this movie is, like, you actually see Ruby Rose not be a Mary Sue. She's not. She actually does go through issues, but she is just a tedious performance of an actress. She's very hard to watch. Like, you're watching, like, wow, you are not entertaining at all. You can't even be funny bad. You're just bad. And then the guy with her sister's husband, that guy was an absolute little bitch. Like, when I thought of that scene with what's that movie where Samuel Jackson says, "Does he look like a bitch?" That guy looked like a bitch and he acted like a bitch. That guy was
Marcellus Wallace.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh man. And like, so the action, like, once again, the movie, like, had so many Die Hard ripoff elements. One, you had the whole, like, the majority of it takes place in a building, and you have, like, the authorities arrive, but then the authorities, really, it was just like it was just a false alarm. Then they go, and then they come back, just like in Die Hard. And I was just like, wow, this movie just couldn't take enough, like, elements from it. And one thing, it feels like this movie wasn't even trying to spoof it or, like, be funny. Like, hey, we're paying homage to it in a really terrible way. It was just like, man, this is torturous to watch. And even the action was just, I don't know, I couldn't even feel anything with the action. I couldn't invest in any of the characters.
Okay, see, I didn't even have as big of an issue with it as you guys, because the plot was set up. I was okay with that. Now, the dialogue was atrocious. It shot itself in the foot with, oh my god, some of the lines in this. If they had someone that came to clean it all up, you probably could have had something half decent. You probably could have, because all those scenes, yeah,
absolutely.
All I have to ask is how is Ruby Rose as an action star in this one? Because that's something I have a hard time buying her as because of how, like, emaciated she is. I mean, she's one skinny individual. That's kind of the problem with that woman, right?
I can't buy it.
Terrible. Yeah.
When I watch it, I can't buy it, and it makes me, like, further. And I've actually never watched Batwoman, so I can't comment on Batwoman, even though I've heard a lot of things. Obviously, snow is white, water's wet, but this movie, she's like every time she's, like, in this action sequence, none of it feels believable. It's just
yeah. See, I agree with you there, but it is set up that she's got all this training, and like you said, she's not a Mary Sue, which is kind of the most impressive thing about this, that they didn't make her overpowered. She gets hurt. She's got to figure out ways to get around this stuff. But each scene, they shoot themselves in the foot and drag you down. Okay, so the guy's her brother has 2 children. There's kind of the older son, he's in his late teens, and then there's a younger daughter. Well, the older son, the teenager isn't there, so none of the bad guys know that he's in the building. And Ruby Rose goes to, help him out, and they go hide in this secret area of the building, like of their entire, I don't know, apartment. And then once they're in there, they're completely safe. He starts flipping out and screaming. Like they're hunted, and they're hunted by guys with machine guns. And he just starts barking at her for God knows what reason. I blanked that out.
I can't remember either. It was what like finishing the movie was just getting tedious as it went on, which is crazy because it's not even that long. And so like when my children came to me like say, "Hey, can you make breakfast?" I was like so happy to make breakfast. Just I'm like, yes, I'll be right there. Pancakes and sausage and eggs going right up. It's gonna be awesome. I was so excited to get their breakfast going.
It was, oh God, like there's just there's so much that could have turned it around. And
yeah.
I wasn't even as offended by the entire film as you were. Like I thought some of the acting was okay. It's just the stunts weren't well done.
Oh, the stunts are awful. The thing is, it really could have been done because if you think about, there's a lot of like old school action movies who have like a decent actor, but it's not about the actor and the like an art piece of acting like a la The Godfather. It's just supposed to be a guy who can get the job done and get these cheesy one-liners, over-the-top, shameless action. And they had all the right elements for what could have been a cool throwback to an old-school 80s action movie, but with Ruby Rose on the front. And I feel like if they had a better lead actress and definitely some better dialogue, they could have had like a shameless, like, Die Hard Jr., but in a good way, without an insult of it. But it did not do that, unfortunately. So it is what it is.
And let's say hello to my co-host. He was actually able to make it. So
he's alive.
Paulie is here. Oh, right as he takes a giant bite, I go right to him. We're in the middle of conversation. He thinks he's safe, and then
listen, man, I'm very proud of you. You're kicking ass. First time, you have the great Comix Division. You have Culture Casino, and then there's 32 Nick Flavors, whatever his name is.
32 Nick Flavors.
But I'm happy to make it. I'm so sorry. But, if I can make that little cheddar right before rent day, then it's got to be done.
Yeah.
And, I had some nice clients this morning, and then I'm going to go right now to another one. But I have some time. So I'm like, I got to jump on because this is too good not to pass up.
First time in person too, Paulie, rather than over chat.
It's been I've been a proud subscriber of yours and an FNT. So it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to have you on our show. Honestly,
it absolutely is.
Thanks for being here, brother.
Oh man, I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for inviting me.
Now, what the fuck were you thinking with that movie?
Hey, you guys said terrible movies, so that was the worst movie I've ever seen. As I said, it's so terrible, it's perfection.
I don't know where we're at in the show, so excuse me. I'm sure we already talked about it.
Yeah, we did discuss Tooken.
Oh, the Doorman? Okay, that's the one that I what's up, Cuddles? How you doing, man?
Hey, I'm here. I got about another 10, 15 minutes.
Great.
Doorman was the movie I didn't get to see, so of the 3. So
okay.
Oh, Doorman? Yeah. So I'm so fascinated by the fact that Ruby Rose has an acting career.
I know.
And, I asked Romy's best friend, who's a good friend of ours, Kimberly, why is she so big? And she's like, well, she was a huge DJ in the LGBT scene for a long time.
She was a DJ?
Yeah. I'm like, Ruby Rose?
Too.
she's really good apparently, and she's got a huge following in that community. And I'm like, well, there you go. It makes sense.
Well, I want to say her breakout role was Orange is the New Black.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, it's really weird with this movie because there are moments where it's. Oh, wait a minute. Decline. I got a phone call. There are moments. That's the next client. I'm like, there are moments where it's like, it could be something, but then it's just bad.
Yeah, because everything is there to make it work. Everything is on. You could have, if you had people that can act and some dialogue that didn't make you want to, cut off your own ears with a rusty saw, you'd be okay. You'd be totally fine. But, I actually think Ruby got better in this film, especially compared to the other roles. And
better. Is that saying much?
Hey, it might not be a lot, but it was a bit better. And maybe it's because also I started to drink during this film because I could not make it through after I was scarred from
No, you can't
others,
drink, man. I'm not allowed to drink. Shit.
All right, Yeti.
You gotta support your sober brother to watch these movies. All right.
I stayed sober for it, so if that makes you
I would
feel
love
better,
to
Paulie,
drink
I
while I'm
stayed
watching
sober.
bad films, but my program doesn't allow that.
Yeah.
I'm glad what's Robert Anderson mentioned that comment, because I thought about, like, hold on, when was the filming of The Doorman? Because it digitally released in the fall of 2020, and that was a few months after she had announced that she had thrown in the towel for Batwoman. So I'm like, how did she do Batwoman in this movie in between? Because a movie, like, filming wise, is somewhere between 9 months to a year before wraps, like, traditional filming, before it has a release. So I'm like, where did she fit the time to do this movie?
Well, I want to know if this is the movie that she left Batwoman to make.
That would be hilarious.
I thought about that.
Leave? Was it last year?
It said 2020. I'm pretty sure it said 2020.
Because there's a trailer out and around the spring, right before the Times of Unknown Viruses and Origins, and there was like the talk about this movie coming out with Ruby Rose.
That's right. It came out in 2020.
Yeah, so I was just like, and all of a sudden the news got about Batwoman. I try to link it up in my head. I'm like, there's no way she quit being Batwoman for this movie. I'm like, she may not be an actress, but there's no way she could be stupid. But I mean, what do I know?
And there's a couple other things with this movie. The review, one of the reviews said it's the poor man's Die Hard.
That's literally, I was just talking about it compared to Die Hard, Paulie. I was talking about how it's like it's in one building.
Oh
you
yeah,
got the whole family element going on. Oh yeah, and then you got the false alarms too, with the authorities showing up only to come back later and realizing they were wrong.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other part, guys, is that they must have spent all the money on Jean Reno to be in this film.
Oh yeah.
Because everything was like one set. Actor. It was like this one soundstage. But he was horrible. And he was stupid. he was dumb.
He was beyond dumb. And I think that's what they paid him to do. Like, to be fair, I mean, think about it. It's like when Samuel Jackson got casted to be in Snakes on a Plane. You know he didn't read the script. He just wanted to be in a stupid film. And sometimes guys like these,
that's another one. Yeah.
Right? That's another idea for you.
I'm writing it down as we speak.
Now I got two for you. I got to get you a list going.
There's so many great bad movies out there too.
Okay. So maybe this explains why I wasn't so horrified by this movie, because I watched it last, and I've watched so many bad ones over the course of the last 4 weeks that I'm like, oh, okay, there's something here. The plot, the plot's okay.
No, it's very, it's we're like the levels of mediocrity. I get it. But, of course, in the press, when she's being interviewed, she's like, why'd you pick this movie? I liked it because it's a strong female lead role. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. You liked it because paid, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
it was the only one that was going to take her after Batwoman.
And then we're talking about the fight choreography. There was a couple of. I love that moment where that guy got killed with the nails blasting in his face. That was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I like that. Okay, yeah. So I was
Yeah.
dying of laughter at that moment, and in the final fight scene where she's like kicking Bill Burr's ass, and it's not the real Bill Burr, but
Oh, he looks like him. I thought that as well.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
Bill Burr if he got jacked. Like
Oh,
that's
Yeah.
and that guy is kicking her
Bill-
ass.
No, sorry, Mrs. Slant. Thank me for breakfast. Linguiça and scrambled eggs with tortillas.
Amazing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
I need to get to California. Oh, Deep Blue,
Blue
Sea.
Sea.
That was a good one.
Deep Blue Sea.
We
Oh, that's
got
right.
a band
Isn't
together,
it?
and then the shark just conveniently eats him.
Yeah,
Well, I think we're taking. I think moving forward, we're going to add some guidelines and rules off of Tom from Midnight's Edge. He gave me some great advice. So I need to talk to Yeti because some of these movies are just too easy to not like. But
yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna agree with you that it's like some of them are just so ridiculous that you can't help but love it. You know?
Yeah. But yeah, I thought it was interesting, that it's a new release with a couple of names and Ruby Rose and Jean Reno, but that she's a Marine at the beginning and that whole crack team of bodyguards and Secret Service, they all die except for her.
Yeah. I set all that
That was
up.
crazy. That was just so stupid.
Oh, but it works. It works for the character because it explains PTSD, and it's not like she survived because she was just like the strongest one ever. She got lucky, and she was blown away by the explosion. So there's a little semblance of sense. There was some logic there. She got lucky when she went out, and then she's trying to get the bad guys, but an RPG blows up that car. And she gets blown away and knocked out, and nobody finds her. Like, I can believe that part.
Hey Yeti, Culture's got to go. I think we should give him a nice little bump.
Even though you don't want one, you give
Why
him
don't
one.
you?
No, all I want to say is, guys, have a great stream. I don't want to take you out of the flow. This is always so much fun. I love talking about this stuff. I think the guidelines Tom has kind of thrown at you probably are pretty good. Although I really want to do Showgirls on this one.
Showgirls.
You've been gunning for that one.
Oh yeah, I'm gunning for it. Anyway, everybody have a great time. Thanks for being here. Support these guys. They're awesome. Peace.
You're awesome. Have a good
Later,
day.
bud.
If you're not already subscribed to him, go do it because he's absolutely fantastic, and he puts out some amazing content and breaks things down better than most, especially when it comes to the business side of things. He
Hey,
really knows
comics.
his stuff. Yeah.
Comics is that a Spurs hat?
No, it's 5.56.
Okay, I don't know. What is that?
It is the round that the AR-15 uses.
Oh, okay. For a second, I thought that was like the big Spur logo.
No, it's not. It's
Okay, yeah. I'm like, because aren't you in San Antonio?
Antonio. Yeah.
Yeah. I lived in Austin for over 10 years, and I would get so much shit being from LA. They hate it. They hate LA, man.
There's a reason why Austin hates Californians, and it's because a lot of Californians, specifically in the 90s, moved to Austin, and they totally changed the culture there. So yeah, there is a bit of animosity there, and the exact same thing that happened to Austin is happening to Portland currently. So it's
San Antonio always has its own bubble, and I had a great guest. She lives in San Antonio. She started the band Girl in a Coma. I don't know if you ever heard of them.
I've heard of them.
Okay, yeah. So the lead singer has been on the channel, Nina Diaz, and you guys got some great. It's a great metal scene. It's a great rock scene, as well as great Mexican food. So cool, man. Didn't know you're fat. That's cool.
Now,
Carry on,
that-
Yeti.
Yeah, no. It's something that I desperately want to ask. Like, does comics always live in the dark? Because I expect to see some sunlight.
I actually, to be able to maintain this, I actually have blackout curtains.
I got to get some too.
So now it's become a thing.
Keeping the blue and low lit thing a lot easier. I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's I opened the blinds. It would wash out the blue, and
no, I love it.
So, because I always saw you when you were on stream late at night, and I just assume, it's dark out. Now today, we get you
that's literally that's my normal look too.
Face the camera on Gary's stream. It's still daylight. So there's times where you can see it's like when I had the red light before I had the current setup.
Yeah.
It would the back wall would be a lot more lit up, and then it gradually, as the stream goes on, it would get darker. So just to kind of maintain that consistency, it's like, let's get some blackout curtains and just do it that way.
And then to see Pinche 32 flavors in the sunlight, it's like, damn, dude, you look kind of pissed. Go back to your low light. You're all happy.
You want me to go back to being the Undertaker? All right.
Nah, we do X-Files at night, so we're used to creeping in the dark.
Yeah.
But you see mine, Yeti, if you can big really quick. This is fabric that Mrs. Slant gave me, but I want to turn it just into black like one black cloth, like black, what do you call blackout curtains?
Blackout.
Yeah, because this is too busy. But anyways, it's all in good fun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the blackout curtains are. Yeah, I got them off Amazon. They're pretty cheap, like $30, and
nice.
You're good to go.
Nice, bro. Nice. So what haven't we talked about yet?
We have not got to Street Fighter, and
I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't?
Man.
It
is heartbreakingly terrible, especially considering it's like Raul Julia's last movie that he was in.
Oh, with the hat? Didn't he have the hat?
Yeah, he played Bison.
That absurd hat. Yep.
Yeah.
Dude, Raul Julia. God
damn.
I should do a Latino slant just on his career. He had sorry, go ahead.
No, I mean, he is such a great actor, and it's like, what was he? He was in Addams Family too, right? The movies.
Addams Family, Kiss of the Spider Woman, Tequila Sunrise, Tequila Sunset.
He's just such an accomplished actor, and it's so sad that the last movie he's in is fucking Street Fighter.
The one he got nominated for was he played the Salvadorian priest. Oh, what was his last name? And it was his last name of the priest that actually spoke out against the violence at the time, and then they blew him up in his own church. It was a true story. So Raul played him in the movie, and they got nominated for Best Actor in the cat. He's sensational. I kind of remember this movie.
Well, I think
that's about it.
Everyone said we all saw it in theaters when it came out. We were all unfortunate enough to experience that.
Yeah.
Well, considering Van Damme was huge at the time, and I don't know if this is the movie that tanked his career.
It probably was.
There was a few movies that might have done that.
I think this may have been the one that lit the fire. Let's put it this way. That's the one that lit the fire. There were ones that built up that were just lighting matches. This is the one that put the gasoline on and then lit several matches and said, let's burn this mother down.
Well, Nick, I don't think we had you set up a movie yet. So do you want to give the little basis of this one?
Oh, God, it's been so long since I've seen that. I know I've not getting basis. Even though I chatted up on, God, what was it called? The Doorman already. Oh, God, I've not seen this one in a while. It's the only one I didn't catch recently, to be fair.
Oh, okay, so you're fired.
I can't say too much.
Okay, well, then I could set out because I did watch this one, and it took me several days because I kept getting so bored that I went to go do something else, and I just could not. I could not follow and stay in it. But basically, you have Bison, this deranged bad guy that's trying to take over the world and get money. He's got the whole Austin Powers, Dr. Evil thing going.
Yeah,
trying to use mad science to hold the entire world hostage and picks up all these different he kidnaps people.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And I completely forgot Ming-Na Wen is the one who played Chun-Li.
Yeah. There was a couple people because some of them were in some decent action flicks. Like the guy that did. He was in Ninja Turtles. Guy who did Ryu.
I hate to break this Street Fighter thing, but Remo Williams was awesome in Tooken. I mean, that he had some funny ass bits, man, as the black porn guy. I'm sorry, man.
Oh yeah,
Gosh,
yeah.
he was committed.
He was great.
God.
He was committed.
I mean, there's just some. That's probably the only reason why I would recommend watching this movie to people is watch Remo's character.
Oh my God.
And then Akon, and then the birthday song. Shit was wrong, man.
That shit was raunchy at a restaurant when they're trying to outdo the daughter's birthday. Like, I got this, but no, I got this. No, I got this. And then,
But did you hear the lyrics in that song?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, they were raunchy, man. They were raunchy.
Yeah, and then he had a lot of good bits. I mean, that shit was funny, man. He had a lot of business, and then he I guess met up with the tranny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Who
never
was
seen
hot.
a man before.
Yeah.
Who was hot. And, yeah, that was funny, man. Sorry, Yeti.
No, that's okay. You missed out on all the ribbing of Tooken because we started that one off.
Yeah. No, I heard as I was driving back.
Yeah.
I just had, and I apologize. I didn't see.
You had to
Street
get the
Fighter.
rent out because the only this is the best part of watching the movies because it all that pain builds up and you finally get to release it today, and it's the best part.
Catharsis.
Oh, that's it.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
can hit up Sketch Therapy's Romero.
There we
Romero, that's the name of the movie. So it's very serious, but it's it's a fantastic performance. It was like early '90s, I believe. Definitely before Street Fighter.
Oh, but with Street Fighter, the most perplexing
Well, Romero
thing
was
about
actually
it.
89.
Oh, was it '89? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So this is like at the high. I mean, I think there was a couple of years where he got nominated like back to back. Kiss of the Spider Woman, Romero. I mean, he was. Damn.
Then
he was
why did he do this one?
The money. I remember.
Yeah.
Probably money.
That's what I remember. I actually remember the interview.
Oh,
That he went on Good Morning America, and he was talking about it, and he was talking about how he did it for the his kids and the money.
Oh, his kids were definitely hooked on Genesis and Super NES at the time. Do Street Fighter, Dad. Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
fine.
the movie he did like right before that was Adam's Family Values, and then there's like some TV stuff that he did.
Oh,
Yeah.
And like I said, it sucks that this is like the last movie
Oh
that he did.
man, and it's so
It's tragic.
It was
It's so
tragic because
bad.
I remember because it was like the slant was what 24. I was 24 at the time, or whatever it was. But I remember the interview when he went on and he looked awful. And then at the
I wonder
end,
why.
yeah.
well, he was
there
dying.
He
I know
dying.
he was dying,
Yeah.
but this movie
Right?
probably made it worse. Jeez.
And they asked him.
The
I remember
movie
Charlie
killed him.
Gibson. No, I remember Charlie Gibson saying to him, at the end of the interview, is everything okay? Are you okay? And Raul was just so regal. He was like, "I'm fine. Everything is fine. Thank you very much." And of course that was it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we're all sad.
Yeah. Sad, man, it's very sad.
Okay, so the most perplexing thing about this film is how much tech and like killing devices the UN has, because Jean-Claude Van Damme is in this badass boat with giant machine guns, flying on the river, shooting things. Like when did the UN start picking up these like tank boats?
I don't-
you don't.
I don't know. I'm out of this one. I'm out of-
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
Like,
remember.
oh, you guys don't remember the tank boats?
No, I remember the tank boats.
Okay.
I don't.
And it was all based on
Comics is humoring him.
like Jean-Claude Van Damme. He wasn't part of the military or anything like that. He was all a part of the UN. Like that, he was the
Right.
guy leading the force in order to take out Bison.
Well, that's the thing that's so funny is like the plot around this is so ridiculous because Street Fighter is people fighting in the streets. It's
Right,
supposed to be
right.
like Pit Fighter or whatever, all those like fighting games of the time period. At least like with Mortal Kombat, there was like a tournament.
Yeah, Mortal Kombat was dope.
Yeah,
With all its, camp, it was pretty.
It-
That
with all
first
his
one's
camp.
so good.
With
Like, it's
this one,
ridiculous.
it's just like, why did they try to like build so much plot for this? They could have done like something street level, like with Street Fighter. I mean, like I said, it's in the title, Street Fighter. Come on.
Well, Van Damme was like the hottest thing at that time too.
He was.
All his movies were making money. I just remember a string of Van Damme movies where it was like, he fights, he screws a hot chick, he fights, he screws another hot chick, he fights. I mean, that movie Nowhere to Run, where he's with he ends up with Rosanna Arquette, right?
That's the only movie I didn't see recently of the three. So
Nowhere to
I watched
Run.
it for a while.
Yeah. But basically he hides out and Rosanna Arquette's like a barn, and then they end up doing it later in the movie. But it was like kind of like it was a Hollywood produce. It was like kind of getting up there, and then there was that one where he like fought against himself because he's a twin. Was it called Double Impact?
I think it was Double Impact.
It was Double Impact. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
How can I forget that?
The one I thought was really terrible was Knockoff. I don't know if you remember
I did not
Knockoff.
see that one.
Yeah, that was definitely on the kind of I won't say that decline. I mean, the guy's been making movies. It's obviously he's not the household name that he used to be, but that movie was terrible.
Did you see the one where it's like a comeback film, like Van Damme? It's like the title his name is in the title.
What?
He's playing himself. This is like a couple of years ago. This is before he got Expendables.
I was gonna say, was this before or after Expendables? Because that's the only thing that comes to mind that he did. I know I think he was hoping for that to be a springboard for him to have a comeback, a la Robert Downey Jr. But obviously, the Expendables sequels didn't do anywhere as hot as the first movie. So then history played out, and
I don't know if anyone's on IMDb, but it was definitely.
I pulled up.
Oh yeah, did you get the title? Yeah, it was. Oh, go ahead.
No, so I'm looking for it. I don't really see the only gap I see is like between 99 and 2000. But for the most part,
He's always worked. Yeah,
he's always working. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, he's been in lots of films, and
Oh, that's it. Tim Tringle, Jr., JVCD. That was it.
JVCD.
Yeah. Has anyone in the chat seen that movie?
That was 2008.
I don't think. I can't even picture it right now.
But that was the one that kind of like got some like mainstream press back on him.
what?
And I know his daughter was training under my jiu-jitsu master as well. So that was around that same time. Yeah. My jiu-jitsu master was in the movie Jiu-Jitsu, and he put the monster in a crucifix. Remember we talked about this a few weeks ago, Yeti?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
That was the same.
yeah. No one bad. All these bad movies are blur.
Oh, there's so much. But the one thing that stands out for me
Okay.
with this one was the costumes, because those
They were
things.
terrible.
Oh, but they're so glorious.
I remember the costumes a bit. Now you're getting into their territory. They're pretty terrible. At least
Those-
Mortal Kombat had some faithfulness.
Yeah, these things. Okay. What was the monster's name? Blanca.
Blanca.
Oh
Blanca.
God, Blanca. Like
Blanca.
that guy's.
Could be Blanca.
It looked like a dyed green Ronald McDonald. His hair was just all frizzed out.
Oh,
I need to see it.
now
Do I need to
it's
see
coming
it?
all back.
Here's the thing too for me in the mid to late 90s, this is when I was drinking the most. Well, I was drinking a lot, but it's all a blurry fucking mess. Some glorious, but a lot, just I don't remember, I don't remember those types of movies. I don't even remember where I saw it in the theater. Yeah. Anyways.
And I loved, like, Bison, and I don't know what they're thinking with Blanca. I really don't know. Because,
It looked so bad.
It was awful. Even in the 90s, it looked awful. We accepted a lot of things in the 90s. For us to accept a lot of things that looked bad at the time, and that looked bad right off the bat, is saying a lot.
we
90s was
we accepted the bad CGI of Mortal Kombat.
Yes,
So,
absolutely.
you know, so this is on a different level because they went with some lazy paint to put it on his skin, and then they dye the hair that
It was
Ronald
bad nipples bad. It was bad nipples bad.
It was Ronald McDonald bad, correct.
Yeah. Like they couldn't give him some latex, or I don't know. What did they waste the money on for this thing? Because they ran out when they got to him. They spent it all on the boat, or I don't know, those other marketing. Oh, God.
Even though it bombed tremendously, and they're at the peak of the video game, like when the idea is, hey, let's adapt a video game into a movie, but the movies were for the most part sucking. They wanted to capitalize on it. So marketing was definitely an emphasis, because I was a little kid when this movie came out, but I knew that this was a thing, and I was so sad I couldn't see it there because I was a tiny little shit. And I saw it everywhere, because I remember like going to local 7-Eleven, seeing like even your comic book on the comic rack. It was everywhere. Everyone knew this movie was coming. But bro, did that backfire?
What it reminded me of, the way they did the makeup, is it reminded me of the Hulk 70s TV series.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Put the green paint on there and the bad wig on.
Yeah.
Wow.
That
was the 70s. This is like the 90s. It's got to be a little better.
Exactly.
Yeah, you think, and it's for a movie instead of just a TV show that they pump out, every single week. You'd think there'd be. He wasn't in that many scenes either, so all you had to do was. Yeah, all you had to do was make something half decent, and you could get his parts done in a day. Oh God, that's just a mess, and the entire plot.
Hold up, guys. You guys.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I gotta do this thing here. Just so for everyone who would like to see this wonderfulness. Good God, where is it? Oh, hold up. Give me a moment. Keep chatting. I got this perfect thing. It's disturbing. It's about Blanca. Keep going.
Are you trying to pull up the picture?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let me have this one.
Yeah, the plot on this movie was just absolutely incoherent. There was nothing redeemable about it. The dialogue.
I'm proud of Mrs. Slant. She's going to try to Zoom on her own. I don't have to set it up. I don't gotta help. I just here's your iPad, dear.
Guys, would you? Oh
Let's
my
see.
God.
There you go.
Oh,
Talk about Ronald McDonald wig.
I was thinking Carrot Top mixed with Ronald McDonald, and they had that thing together. And
the only thing this doesn't show is the green. There's one.
show the one with the body.
I was gonna say, oh no, here we got a body shot. Oh, I can't zoom in on it.
Yeah. Is this a man or a woman?
It's a man.
That's a guy.
It's a
Yeah,
thing.
that's a man.
Oh, hold up. Here's a spoof.
Oh.
That looks better though.
Yeah,
No, it doesn't.
Better.
It doesn't.
No, the
No,
hair
there's
is
nothing
better.
Nothing better about
The
that.
green is painted on better.
So what's he supposed to look like? Let's see, what's he supposed to look like?
That middle one right there.
Yeah.
The
The animated?
Oh, I
Yeah,
remember
the
those
animated.
toys. Look at the toys.
Can you see
Look
the
at those
animated, bro?
toys. The animated, yes. Right here.
Here.
well,
Let me-
the middle one.
Here we go.
Really, what he looks more like.
No,
That one right
yeah.
there. That's what he's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's like a
He
Hulk with
with orange hair.
Yeah, and he's got like this electric power.
Okay.
He can shock everyone.
Yeah.
and that's what they came up with?
Yeah.
And that's what they came up with.
So at the time, the picture on the left there, that's what the game was out at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that red and green look and monstrous. Like he's some jacked up beast with lightning power.
Yeah, and in the chat, you're right. Ming Na was in this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
She's still
And
hot.
she is aged.
And she's like
well.
60, but she sounds like she looks and acts and sounds like she's 30.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Crazy.
You see her on her Instagram? Her Instagram page is
Damn, dude. She was born in 63.
Yeah, and she's
gorgeous.
actually seems like, unlike once again most of Hollywood, she actually seems like a pretty awesome individual too. Like I follow her on Twitter, and I don't like see her tweets. I think, oh god, what now? Like I actually, oh hey, cool. She's actually a positive human being, so it's nice.
yeah.
I'm just surprised that she still looks. Oh my god. Okay. Like, it looks like a warrior.
Good one, Soul Assassin. Good one,
Dude.
Soul Assassin's funny, man.
Oh
Soul
my
Assassin's he's from Texas as well. Comics.
Yeah.
Yeah, no Texas boy.
God, that one.
The funny thing is, I'm actually from California, but I've lived.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I was trying to make you.
He's trying to
But
protect you.
everybody knows it's
So
Yeah.
Kathy Griffin.
We're in Cali, southern or northern.
I was Bay Area.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Home of
Yeah.
Exodus and Death Angel. Nice.
Nice.
Little
mind me,
south of
metalhead
San Fran,
speaking.
but I was yeah.
What's it called?
What's that?
San Leandro.
Who's that being addressed to?
Oh, you Comics. What?
Where was I from?
Hello. Bay Area.
Bay Area. I'm just leaving it at that.
And
Okay, so why don't we start getting the final thoughts on all three movies from each one of you guys, and why don't we start off with Comix Division?
Okay.
And afterwards, tell us which one you would watch again, which one would you throw away, and which one you'd force someone else to watch, just so they're filled with pain.
Okay. Well, obviously, I'm going to have to pick force everyone to watch Tooken because that's terrible. Dude. I would definitely rewatch that again, though. Let's see. I didn't see Doorman, so I'll have to watch that, and I guess I'll throw away Street Fighter. That was pretty bad.
No, but like, what are your final thoughts on the gloriousness of the ones that you did see?
Oh, okay. Street Fighter, man. I mean, come on. How could you screw that up? I mean, it has Van Damme in it, and the video game's great.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, honestly, that's the biggest letdown for me. At least with Tooken, you know, these people went in knowing they're making a terrible movie.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Oh God. Yeah. You know it was all intentional in the script. It's supposed to be cheesy and raunchy, but these other ones, no.
Yeah, it's like, and like I said, and to be Raul Julia's final movie too, it's like I feel so bad for him. I really do.
Yeah.
So that one is the worst. Like I said, Tooken is terrible, but it's one of those movies that, you know, it's not like so terrible that you're just like,
He's lying.
yeah,
He's lying.
terrible. Don't get me wrong, it's terrible, but it's funny. I mean, you can at least laugh at it. I mean, there's parts where it drags, but yeah, if you're a fan of like action films and you know all the tropes, like I said, these people knew what they're doing. They were making fun of some very, very, very specific tropes. It wasn't an accident. So, you know, it's terrible, but it's terrible in all the right ways, kind of. It's definitely something you should subject your friends to.
Yeah. Okay, what about you, Nick?
All right, so you had you said you're from, what was it? Throw It Away, and what were your other rankings?
Which one you'd watch again, and
Watch
which
again.
one you'd force someone else to endure?
I would watch again Street Fighter just so people can learn this is why we don't make video game movies like this. And then this is your lesson in life, kids. And I could show my kids if they get into Street Fighter, but this is why you don't watch these things. And this is why, if you want to make a movie, this is where you don't go to for reference.
Mm-hmm.
And I would absolutely force everyone to watch Tooken, because I mean, I come from a scene that knows the tropes of this movie, so they're going to say, Nick, I hate you, but somehow I was entertained. And that's a small price I'm willing to pay. And then I'll absolutely just toss out the Doorman because they pretty much just validated how terrible of an actress Ruby Rose is, and it being the absolute worst version of Die Hard yet. That wasn't even a Die Hard movie. So to sum it up perfectly, like J. Jonah Jameson said in the first Sam Raimi Spider-Man, the crap, mega crap, and mega crap goes to the Doorman.
What about you, Paulie?
Yeah, I think I'd have to agree. I'm going to toss out Street Fighter because I didn't see it. Yeah, make everyone see torture them with Tooken. Because that was, what sucks is that because it's like it was really tough for me to finish. Like I'm like, damn, there's 40 minutes still. There's 20 minutes still. There's 10 minutes still. I can't take this. Besides, what's his name? Remo Williams. God, he was great. Yeah, there's a couple of good bits. It's just but what's funny is that we have been on a Liam Neeson marathon lately, so that did add to the enjoyment a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and then the Doorman guys just don't bother.
Go watch Die Hard. You'll get the exact same thing out of it.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. And
I'm resentful about that movie. I really am.
Yeah. We're working on some new ones. We got some new bad ones, and with that, you guys are now part of the movie club. So anytime you guys want to come in every Saturday, you guys are welcomed. It's welcome to the torture.
Yeah.
If I could ask for anything, I want to be a part of either Jiggly or Snakes on a Plane. That's like, I could add that in my new bucket list of life. That's one of those things where I will change my life priorities around that.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
I have to see Snakes on a Plane again.
Is there a dream bad movie comics besides Tooken? You'd want to be part of on the conversation?
Oh geez. Maybe The Room. I don't know if you guys covered that.
Yeah, no, we haven't done that one yet.
Man, Brie Larson. Now you're really gonna fuck up some friendships.
Wait, are we talking about a different room?
Yeah, well, no, I'm talking about not the one with Brie Larson. But
Yeah.
Tommy Wiseau.
Tommy Wiseau.
Oh, well, yeah.
I mean, it's a bad movie.
That's what we gotta put some guidelines because we know that that's almost not even fair. Comics likes to just not be fair with this. I love it.
Again, that's one of those movies that it's unintentionally bad, right? Because Tommy Wiseau was being very serious when he made this movie.
I think it's more interesting when it's unintentionally bad with a Bruce Willis, with a Nick Cage. With Tommy Wiseau, it's like, all right, yeah, he sells jeans. He's gonna be.
Dude, there is so much behind that movie you don't even realize. There is mystery upon mystery with Wiseau.
And Wonder Woman 1984 is definitely one of those movies that would be.
That's what started this, bro. That's what started this comic.
Was it really?
Yeah. Really? Yeah. During the holidays, I was watching bad movies because we were sequestered, with the fan. Well, we were having a good time, but a lot of bad films. And I saw 15 minutes of it on New Year's Eve. I couldn't make it through a half hour. Then the next day with her family, we saw for an hour, and they watch everything. They said, "Can you please stop it?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's what started this whole thing, right, Eddie?
Yeah, it did. And Legion. I think those things combined because we talked about them in the same show, and we were just dying. Dying.
See, Legion is a great example.
I say that when I was watching it, that is legit one of those movies where I'm like, is it done yet? How do we still have an hour left of this film?
Which one?
Wonder Woman 1984.
Oh my God!
That was me this morning with the Doorman.
I was there at the first hour. Nothing happens. There's two openings. Who makes a movie with two openings? 2 opening scenes. Yeah, just pick one.
Are you talking the adult opening or the kid opening? Because the kid opening made sense in like as
They
a way
could've
to like
cut it and it
to
would've
set up a
changed
lesson.
nothing.
Would it change a
Yeah, it
thing,
changed
though?
nothing. No, it wouldn't.
So,
But
so
the
it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. I get the idea they're going for, like, you know, a lesson that could like pay off later in life. And you're right, it didn't change anything. They had a good idea they're going for, and there was absolutely no payoff to that scene. You're right, it changed nothing. And they went that scene on God for like what 15 minutes, and you're like, wow, you're watching, you're like, kind of like look at your phone right off the bat, like, is this scene over yet? Like, and then there's a part where there's that.
Well, real fast on that. Jenkins fought for that in. They didn't want it in.
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
Which
to
makes
me
it
was
even
the
worse.
only cool part about it.
Another one that I'd love to roast with you guys would be Terminator Dark Fate.
Oh,
okay.
I want, right? Sign me up for that one.
See, I think I got to take a knee on that because I know Gabe. I don't want to roast my boy. You know, he's from Austin.
Oh, Luna, yeah, Robbie Reyes Ghost
He
Rider.
deserves it.
I enjoyed him in Agents of Shield. I don't hate the actor.
Acting wise. I mean, there was actually a lot of decent acting in the movie. The story was terrible.
I think that's a great example because it was really like highly anticipated and they put a lot of money, they put a lot into that. Like they were really good
highly anticipated.
well, following Gabe's Instagram, I thought it was. You know what I'm saying? Like they flew him all over the world.
Yes, they did.
I
I'm
think
aware
they thought it was going to be highly anticipated, and then they actually
Fair enough.
In theaters, like nobody went to it. I mean, the numbers are so bad.
They thought it was highly anticipated because it was one of those like we got the band back together. We got Cameron on, I think, producing credits. Well, they didn't but they acted like they did because they had Linda Hamilton involved and John Connor appeared for one scene, and they let it where he might be in more. And then it was just all a giant misfire, and then that movie happened.
Yeti, I think we need to put that on the list.
I've been writing. Let's see, I've got.
Yeah, that was great.
7 new movies from this conversation today that we can add to the list, and oh my god, it's gonna be painful.
I didn't go see it. I didn't go see it.
I didn't see it either. I mean, I didn't see it. Let me put it this way: I didn't pay money to see it. I wasn't about to give that movie my money.
Right, and that's the thing where it's like I feel bad. But it's like, I'm not gonna see it just because. Anyways.
Tijuana 100 is all I remember.
Tijuana 100 is all I remember. I remember being cautiously optimistic just for Gabriel Luna because I did like him as Robbie Reyes, Ghost Rider, and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Think, he seems like the one redeeming factor of it. But then the movie happened.
No, I
was wrong on with that film, but a lot of things I was right on.
They're great choice, Comix. What about you, Nick?
Another movie, Batman and Robin. Somehow, if you haven't done it yet.
Well, I've already done a roast of that on my channel.
Oh, you've already done the roast? Okay. Well,
not this type of round table.
Superman 4, then Quest for Peace.
Yeah.
No. That's a softball. That's a softball.
Oh, fine.
I think Terminator Dark Fate, great stuff like the Legion. I love movies.
That's another one.
Scorpion King.
Oh,
with that terrible CGI. Scorpion King with that terrible rock CGI. I mean, that looks like something from like a 1995 grade school video.
I don't think it's bad enough.
Bubble TV.
I really don't think
it's bad enough.
No, it's bad, but it's not.
But he also wasn't like who he was now, and so it's it's some wrestler acting in the film.
Okay, Wolf Cop.
Barbed Wire was it Pamela Anderson? Barbed Wire.
Oh, Barbed Wire.
That was terrible.
Oh my! Okay, I just thought of one.
There you go, Barbed Wire.
No,
Wire.
Oh, it's a werewolf movie, and it's got that great actor. He was Count Dooku.
Christopher. as a draw blank.
Yeah.
Well,
Come on, guys.
I got one for you, the one that Benicio did, and that was horrible.
Oh,
Wolfman.
Sketch Therapy. No, that is a glorious movie. You do not besmirch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2. I will kick you out of this stream.
How bad do you consider Michael Bay Transformers? Because I find them pretty terrible. How bad do you consider them? No. Oh.
Yeah, I don't think that's...
The G.I. Joe movie is pretty terrible.
Oh yeah.
That is like the first movie I
Tim.
actually ever contemplate walking out on.
Ooh.
I was pissed.
Tim is
We're gonna
on the
really
list now too.
we're gonna really get down with these guidelines, and we'll get them to the group
Yeah.
for the movie club, and then we'll move forward because all these are great, but it's like let's because when you got Wonder Woman 84 and the Legion, that's where you want to get to with bad movies.
Mm-hmm.
Movies that you can barely sit, like you just automatically want to turn off or walk out of.
Oh yeah.
Okay. You're forgiven. He's talking about the new ones, not the precious ones.
Yeah, that might be good.
Okay. Well, why don't we?
I didn't even know there was a Speed 3.
There's a Speed 3?
Yeah, right. That's why I'm looking at Sketch Therapy. So I'm like, what? There was a Speed 3. Where was I?
Dude. Okay.
Speed 2 though. Speed 2 wasn't that bad.
I didn't mind Speed 2. I didn't love
Speed
it, but I
2
didn't
is-
mind it.
Just saying.
Speed 2
I
is
never
pretty
saw Speed
damn
2.
bad. It's horrible,
No
man.
comics you couldn't do it, huh?
I had never seen it.
It's a cruise called Speed 2 Cruise Control.
Oh, that's right.
It's speed on a boat, and it's
It has what's her name, but not not Keanu.
yeah. So the character is that the story is that they break up, but she goes out with Keanu's partner, Jason Patrick, who's a cop also, or some shit. I don't remember, but then they're on the boat. Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Okay, well,
But I don't know. I liked it.
why don't we start wrapping this up? And
Do it.
here, Nick, why don't you tell us where they can all find you and anything you want to plug?
Absolutely. Thank you. I can be found at The Basics, my channel, 32 Flavors of Nickweiser. I can be found many places. I seem to be really getting really good at getting around lately. I got X-Flix and Chill with Latino Slant on here. And I've appeared a handful of times, luckily, thanks to Comix Division on Yelling at Parked Cars, Howling About Entertainment JT on Sunday evening. And I've got my Tuesday evening channel, 32 Flavors of Entertainment. And lately, I've been starting also a comic book chat as well on Friday night. That's right around the Doomcock time as well. And just a little extra plug for my channel. I do some hot take videos I've been having fun with lately. Everything doesn't need to be for everyone. Cobra Kai does diversity right where Hollywood can't. So give my channel a look, and hopefully if you like it, give it a sub. Thank you. And Yeti, thank you and Slant for bringing me on. This has been absolutely fun despite the pain.
The pain, I know. This is the part that makes it worth it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we are glad to have you on here and share
you.
this.
Thank you.
Up next, Comix Division. Why don't you tell everyone where they can find you?
Oh, well, on Twitter and Minds is kind of the preference these days. You can find me at Comix Division, and obviously on my channel, Comix Division, every Monday and Thursday, I do a live stream. Monday's a little bit more political. We talk about libertarianism and other crap that goes on out there. And then we try and keep it entertainment related on Thursday nights. Of course, you can find me on Friday Night Tights as well as recently on Safe Space, where I'm talking about the Great Reset there.
Yikes.
Yeah, everybody go follow both of them. Although I'm sure anyone that's in here is already subbed to Comix Division. If you aren't,
right.
you should.
How could
Just
not
like you
be?
should go subscribe to 32 Flavors of Nickweiser.
And one of these
you.
days, I'll also put out another video.
Yeah.
I have my Wonder Woman review. It's like it's all scripted and ready to go. I just need to freaking record it.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
record.
Just push the button.
I know.
Yeah.
Come on, do it.
Do it. Kill me.
Yeah, I have a video. I got to get out the door first for Unsafe Space, and then I'll get to that
There
one.
you go. There
If you
go.
need inspiration, I did one on it too. A good roast. Okay, Paulie, you're up.
All right, brother. Thanks to everyone, the 20 people that are still in here. and the 40 likes, and whoever was that bozo that gave us the thumbs down, that's not as many thumbs down as this show's had. We've had more because I hated Flash Gordon, so screw you guys. With all love.
It's nothing more than a hate like is all it is. It's just
Good.
a hate like.
It could be.
Right.
Yeah.
Good for the algorithm.
It's great for the algorithm. You're right, and I want to thank Comix Division, Culture Casino, and Nick for coming on the show. Thank you guys so much to the Yeticast as well. Subscribe to us all. I have a video dropping at the top of the hour, part 2 of my conversation with Bugs, the drummer of Los Lobos.
It's a great combo.
Oh wow!
And then this Wednesday night, Tom from Midnight's Edge is going to be on the show. We're going to do a deep dive retrospective on the 1987 movie La Bamba. That's going to be fun.
Nice. Lord Toth is threatening us now. We should change it from like.
Do it.
Do it. Do not listen to him.
Do it, Lord. Do it, Lord. Lord, please do it.
Yeah,
I'm attached to those likes.
No, don't get attached, bro. Don't get attached. No, it's not Ricky, Soul Assassin. It's Richie from La Bamba when Esai Morales is in mourning after Richie Valens, his plane crashed, and he's at a.
Once you close the doors,
he's at a bridge, and
I'm done. I'm almost done.
God, it's been a long time since I've seen the movie.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's a fantastic movie, and me and Tom were talking about it, and it's like soundtrack, movie, actors. There's a lot of fun stuff to break down. So yeah, that's next Wednesday night. Just check out my channel, guys.
You should. You really should.
Everybody go check them out. And we are so glad you were able to jump on.
Sorry about that, guys. I apologize for being late.
Things happen. You got to do what you got to do. And, I think things went pretty good. So, I'm happy.
You did great, sir.
Yeah. Well, thanks, guys, for joining. This was my, first official stream, I think. So I think this was going pretty good. And, you can follow me on Twitter and Minds. I've got accounts, and they're both at Yeticast. And then, the final word is, please, if you can, go send some money to the GoFundMe for the computer, because it really is dying, and I'm just not, I'm not in a position where I can come close to replacing it if it breaks on me right now. So I would be immensely thankful if you shot even a couple bucks that way. And yeah, that's basically it for me. So I had a great time with everyone, and
we'll be back next week, Yeticast.
We'll be back next Saturday, and going back to Paulie's channel, because we're now going to be switching back and forth between for the Slanted Yetis. Okay, thanks for coming, everyone.
Guys, even if it's a couple bucks, $2, $5, $10, go ahead, throw it down for our favorite woolly critter from the north, Yeticast. He needs a new computer, and that's vital to all of us who love doing this here and entertaining you guys almost every day now. And I remember being in comics chats, and then FNT chats, and it's like upgrading my stuff. Wanted to be like these guys, getting inspired by these guys. We got to keep that. We got to keep that positive energy going. And this is where we get to support each other. Thanks a lot.
Throw me a frickin' bone here.
Nice. That's
I
funny.
donated 10 to you, Yeti. Just a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I seriously appreciate it, because
Wait a minute. You owe me $10, fool. Nah.
Because this thing's going over 15 years old, and
Oh, damn, dude.
yeah, it's I've been working with what I can, and so I've been just trying to make it work. But I've been on several live streams now where just being on it and opening up other tabs made the whole thing crash.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I had to upgrade mine last year, and it was I didn't realize how old it was. It was 8 years old, and it's like, oh wow, that nice video capture card I bought doesn't work with it because my product is just that old.
I mean, honestly, to get this new setup that I got, I had to work off 3 months of martial arts lessons to the guy that, tricked this out for me. We all got to do what we got to do, and it's good, and I also use it for other work stuff. So I feel you, Yeti. We got your back, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it so much. Here.
Young people from all over the globe are joining up to fight for the future.
I'm doing my part.
I'm doing my part.
Nice.
Okay,
Nice.
and with that, we'll say thanks for dropping by. I appreciate everyone coming on. I had an awesome time, and we will see you next Saturday.